Denial,
I was at a little party the other night when I met a guy who loved Memphis. He loved Elvis. He liked to go to Graceland, but then he said the first time he went there, he didn't really like it that much because he hadn't seen the rest of Memphis. And he started telling me about all the rest of Memphis, the zoo, Beale Street, this and that. And I was sitting there listening. I don't think this guy had any idea I had written about Memphis or knew anything about Memphis, or that I had said on many occasions here and other places that Memphis is one of the most truly dangerous chocolate cities in America, and maybe in part because of that veneer it has of being a tourist attraction, a place where all of us music lovers can just get together and, do whatever. But Memphis, there's a lot of bad business going on in Memphis. A lot of bad people running that town. They're all into denial, deceit, and delusion. They're all about 4 million years of slavery, causing all this black criminality in that chocolate town. That's why they got to take down all the statues, keep up the statues, but ignore the crime and violence. Why don't we just do a little magical mystery tour of some of the things I had on my computer over the last few weeks from Memphis.
And Daryl, that business owner runs this motor shop here in East Memphis. He's been here for about 10 years. And the suspects took a stolen truck, drove it up here to his garage door, and made off with about 8 of his motorbikes. These are 3 of the 4 people police say are responsible for 6 burglaries across town. Each of these 6 shops burglarized over a span of 4 days.
I look at that all inside, or my motorcycle four-wheeler, all messed up. I had the feeling somebody broke in.
This man, who didn't want to say his name, says he's run Levi Motorsports for over a decade. He was shocked to hear the suspects managed to break into 5 other businesses after his.
The truck hit my front door, so they come in here to take everything out.
Police say Roderick Johnson and Larico Woods admitted to the 6 break-in thefts. Nautica Moore was charged with facilitating several of those burglaries. Investigators say the 4 suspects hit Levi Motorsports on December 23rd. One day later on Christmas Eve, this Burger King and Taco Bell were burglarized for several registers with less than $100 inside. Police say the 4 would strike again after Christmas. On December 26th, police say the 4 hit 3 more fast food locations, a Subway, another Taco Bell, and a Popeyes for more empty cash drawers and tip jars.
That's Memphis. Nothing you say.
Investigators say the 4 were arrested at this hotel in the 2800 block of Lamar. Police tell us the truck they used in the thefts was recovered in the parking lot. It was reported stolen in Shelby County. And as for Levi Motorsports, this business owner says crooks should expect to see more of these.
I'm trying to go add some more camera and then device in here to protect my shop.
And at this point, I'm still working to learn more about that suspect. At this time, it's unclear if that suspect was a minor. As soon as I get more information, I'll be sure to have it for you. For now, reporting live in East Memphis, Tony Atkins, Fox 13 News.
The fight escalated pretty quickly. The man in the wheelchair told police that he wanted to know why the women parked in a handicapped spot. When he didn't get the answer he wanted, he decided to sit behind the car until the police arrived. Stephen Collins told police he wanted to advocate for people with disabilities. You can see him sitting behind a car parked in a handicapped spot in front of Buster's. Buster's employees try to convince him to move, along with the driver and 2 others with her. Then this happened. That's Trinice Perkins. You can see her throwing boxes down and hitting employees. She told Fox 13 that employees from Buster's made the situation worse by grabbing her keys and throwing boxes out of her car. She explained she didn't want to hurt the man in the wheelchair and that the car backed up when the man in the wheelchair moved out of the way. What upsets her the most is this. You can see a video of the employee grabbing her friend out of the car and throwing her on the ground. That friend is Jakiria Lartdale. She was arrested later for disorderly conduct. I spoke to the store owner, Joshua Hammond. He says his employees were worried that the driver was going to run over the man in the wheelchair. He says his employees did the right thing. They didn't mean to hurt anyone and just wanted to keep the women at the store until police arrived. Joshua says this whole situation could have been avoided. Now, both parties were not happy with the outcome of the incident. The store owner says that he wants to press more charges against the women, while the customers say that they were victims because they were assaulted by store employees.
A Memphis woman is robbed at gunpoint while visiting her mom's grave on Christmas Day. Welcome to Memphis. Why don't we move on to Beale Street?
This guy, Antonio Spencer, is starting 2019 behind bars, locked up after allegedly attacking a security officer on Beale around 5 last night.
Sad.
Police say his girlfriend, Sandra Green, walked up to that officer, named Harvey Burks, and started talking to him. He works for the Downtown Memphis Commission. Police haven't said what the two talked about, but whatever it was allegedly made Spencer angry enough to pull out a steak knife, charge Burks, and try to stab him.
See where a thief got into this Country Squire apartment over the weekend. The tenant, who didn't want to be identified, thinks the burglar used a rock he found outside to break the sliding glass door. She was at the grocery store when she got an alert from her home security system. Someone was inside and watched in horror as he rifled through her stuff.
One of the bystanders said, well, a guy got out of a car and hit you with the bat.
Some young guy got out of the car with a baseball bat or something.
Waddlington says his attack happened on Madison near Angeles. He was riding his bike to do an errand near his Midtown home. He doesn't remember much.
Just riding along, and next thing I know, there's bystanders standing over me, waking me up off the sidewalk in a pool of blood.
This is the result. Serious injuries to his entire face, including a broken nose, cheekbone, and tooth. He says he never saw the person who did it.
So it's keeping me from looking for work right now. I've had to turn down at least one job because I'm not supposed to bend over.
Closer to the University of Memphis, Jones says he was walking home here from a friend's house, eating Thanksgiving leftovers. That's when his attack happened.
I instinctively took off running and going whoa at the same time, and took off running. He hit me a glancing blow atop my head, just a cut that required 2 staples.
Please, sir, I want some more.
Oh, and by the way, I have it on good authority from the New Yorker magazine, Atlantic, Salon, lots and lots of other places that specialize in denial, deceit, and delusion that black people do not drive around in cars and attack white people for no reason whatsoever. And a couple other fellas out for a little party on Christmas Eve ended up shooting a few people. A deadly double shooting. That's Memphis.
Please, sir, I want some more.
Now, is Memphis worse than any other chocolate city in this country? Like New Orleans, Kansas City, Detroit, Milwaukee, St. Louis. I mean, how many are there? Baltimore, Philadelphia, Camden, Trenton, hundreds of cities just like that, where there's just an enormous amount of black criminality, black on white hostility, and everybody just shrugs their shoulders saying, well, that's cherry picking, or that's just the way it is. I mean, there's a million reasons to ignore, deny, condone, excuse, encourage, and lie about it, and everybody uses every one. That's why it's up to us just to keep our eyes open. We don't have to be in a hurry to judge it and make all these judgments about causes and solutions, because everybody's in denial about it even existing. So we can look at Memphis, and for whatever reason, that's a dark and dangerous and dirty chocolate city. And people who do not know that are putting themselves and their families in danger, because in Memphis, that's quite okay, because that never makes any black kids angry.